everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, I don't even know what I'm doing today. I just need to post something, so we're reacting to quarantine fessdrews posts. I did want to say last week's video, I feel like it deserves a little bit more love, so if you haven't seen it, it would mean a lot to me if you did check it out. I will have it linked up. Yeah, so I guess let's get into it. The video that we did last time on fessdrews and crushes got a lot of attention, so I'm kind of wondering if it is new students or if current students are also interested in funny posts, but I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of weird dimension to be doing this without Tom, but you know what, we'll just do it. It's fine. Now that we have closed basically till September, I can focus on my TikTok career. You know what? I downloaded TikTok at the beginning of quarantine as well, and I posted some fire TikToks as well, but then I went on this social media cleanse a couple of weeks into quarantine and I deleted all my social media, and then when I re-downloaded like Instagram, Facebook and stuff, I didn't re-download TikTok. I don't know what it was, it just mindless scrolling was really getting to me and I feel like I needed that distance from it. So I still see TikToks on Instagram whenever they pop up, I just don't have the app, and I do have some funny TikTok ideas. It's just like the effort of re-downloading it and making it, and it's not my cup of tea at the moment. I'm like so preoccupied with other things that I just don't have time for TikTok, if that makes sense.
Sure, Jan.
May Dip 2021 will be fucking insane. All of them second years will be overcompensating for missing out this year along with the new freshers. It's gonna be wild. You know, I was actually thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about how everything's going to be. I'm not sure how first semester is even going to go, but I already know third and fourth years are going to be losing their minds getting back, seeing all their friends and stuff. There are going to be house parties, and the thing is, no one can really control people having house parties if events outdoors are closed, so I don't really know what's going to happen in terms of that. Okay, this one's a long post. I don't even know if I have the energy to read this, but I must have screenshotted it for a reason. I went out to try and get some salt from Tesco, but I saw about 3 people on North Castle Street and didn't think I could maintain an okay distance from them, so I went to Castle Sands to collect seawater which I could evaporate over my camping stove for the fresh salt. It's been a while since I've been there because the last time I ended up having a massive brouhaha. What's a brouhaha? With the crabs, and they had me promise not to reveal their plans, but I did. They had been planning on storming the library last Thursday evening in their first massive attempt of taking over the town. One crab had gone as decoy to 1. Assess the situation, and 2. Distract the seagulls. However, that crab returned confused because there was nobody there. They're pretty fucking mad. At first they blamed me for being shellfish and exposing their plans, and I had half a toe sliced off, so watch out for that if you go to Castle Sands. The crabs recognized that any attempt at invading the town would put everybody at risk, would be futile, and would only cause more I need to stop. Now, I remember screenshotting this because I read this post and I was like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I bet an English student has just gone rogue and written this. Quarantine just getting to you by the end of March.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Oh my goodness. Am I the only one who's weirdly attracted to Sally Mapstone? Are you joking? Put this on here. Like, I'm actually just genuinely curious as to who thought that this was an okay thing to put onto fessdrews, because you know, every post that goes through fessdrews is like seen and approved by someone before it's posted. So this was sent in by someone else read it and was like, yeah, it's top-notch banter, better post this.
All right then, funny boy, make me laugh.
I wonder if students in the 1400s were like, there goes Edward again, dancing to that lewd lute music and drinking mead instead of reading his poems. Psalms. Is it Psalms? I think it's Psalms. I think it's Psalms. Isn't that hilarious? Can you imagine? To be a student in the 1400s with all the death going around Isn't it great?
Are you blind?
Oh, this post was so interesting. Mr. Bingley from the BBC Pride and Prejudice went to this uni. Sweet. I had no idea. Also, that's wild to think that Mr. Bingley went to this university. I mean, I know a lot of like well-known people have gone to this university, but it's still like exciting times, is it not? I cannot believe a person at this uni wrote an article on whether crystals work. Explaining their energies without mentioning this is in no way backed up by science, and then ending it with a top 5 crystals for students recommendation, referencing her zodiac sign. So here's my opinion on crystals. I think they're pretty. I think that if you like pretty things, they're gonna cheer you up. Do I think that crystals are gonna solve your problems and, you know, cure you of disease? No, I do not. But this is just hilarious, the fact that this has been going on. I kind of want to read this article now. I really wonder who it is and if I know them. Right, okay, this one, let's get into some tea. Genuinely cannot believe there is a pro-life society here at St. Andrews. How completely backward, closed-minded and entitled do you have to be to think you could have a say in what other people do to their own bodies? Thought we were more open-minded here. At least I know who to avoid now. Well, they said at least twice, but clearly they were very angry when they wrote this. When this happened, this was like mid to end of May that people found out about this, but this society has been around since 2015 and I, for one, had no idea that it existed. I was very much outraged along with a lot of other students, and rightfully so. I watched the treasurer and the president of this society did an interview with 2 other ladies who I think they're like in charge of all the anti-abortion societies around the UK, as in the ones at university. I mean, it was disturbing to say the least. Like, I genuinely, and then to also find out that I knew people who supported this, people who I was friends with who supported this, or people who I was friends with who were on the committee for this, was just absolutely wild. For me, I'm always like ready to open up the conversation. The issue is a lot of the times people on the other side are not willing to have that conversation. If it's not your body, then you don't have a say in it. That's all I'm gonna leave that as. But there were a bunch of posts about this opening discussion in the comments and stuff, and they all got taken down by fessdrews just because it was getting a bit out of hand. Although I think it should have stayed up, genuinely, because like I just don't understand how a society like this was allowed to open up at this university. This was the post that came up after, that they said, we're temporarily limiting posts relating to discussion of abortion due to an influx of submissions over a recent post. St. Andrews has been in a lot of controversy recently.
Really?
Yes, really.
Really, really?
Yes, really, really.
Really, really, really?
Yes, already, I'm good!
Remember when we thought mumps was going to be the outbreak of the year? That is so accurate. I know people who had mumps last year as well, and they were like, yeah, we think more people are going to get it and all this stuff, and now pandemic, we're living, we're thriving. If Cambridge Uni is online, does that mean St. Andrews moves up to the #1 slot by default on uni rankings? I wish that was how it was, but I believe, unfortunately, not. That's not how the league tables work. Sometimes I feel like I'm Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, but just really academically unsuccessful. Me. Steps on the scales after 3 months of lockdown-induced sedentary lifestyle. Brain. Achievement unlocked. Reach 100 kilograms. The amount of people I've spoken to who said they've been doing nothing but sitting around and literally just lounging is astounding. But I've been trying to stay active, you guys. I started a while ago, but I'm like in the middle, maybe like to the halfway point of doing my couch to 5K free. Yay. If you want to know more about that, let me know, because I'm thinking about doing a video on it once I've finished it and I can actually run a 5k. I'm like someone who never did sports in school. I never ran or anything like that. I do weightlifting, but it's not the same as running and that kind of endurance that you need to have, stamina to be able to run for an extended period of time. And I know to like runners, 5k doesn't seem like a lot, but to someone who hasn't run before, it is a lot. And this is too much. Anyway, let's hope the UK bans incoming American flights. Hashtag fingers crossed. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for some of my friends. I want them to come back, but it's like the situation is just it's just not doing the best right now. I mean, the US is just genuinely not in a good situation at the moment. Thank you, Jamie Rodney, for aiding the battle against Toryism. A true hero. Is Jamie Rodney the previous president? Because if it is, his emails are hilarious. I will like put some of his emails above because they're funny. Anyone know of any luxury yachts for sale in St. Andrews? That is truly the definition of St. Andrews, people. I'm in an open arrangement with my girl. She suggested it, but she's getting really pissed that I've slept with hotter people. Maybe I shouldn't have told her. Maybe shouldn't have been her best friend. ... Oops. This is so savage. You know, people could know who this is so easily if they're on here. Isn't that crazy? If Starfields is cancelled, I'm never coming back to St. Andrews. I'm done. Bye. See ya. I want to be drunk in a field with friends again. Well, hate to break it to you, person 12240. Starfields has been cancelled, so we'll never see you again. I'm going to finish this off with a very Tom-inspired fessdrews post. I miss the lib, but I really don't miss the out-of-line carpet. And with that concludes today's video. I know it was very random and out of nowhere. I hope you laughed along with me because some of those posts, crazy. Let me know what you liked about this video. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't so already. I love you all and I'll see you in a couple days actually. You've got a very interesting video coming on Wednesday. It's a project that I'm very excited to do, so bye guys.